Have you ever had that niggling feeling when you look to the sky and you just see the clouds forming together and you sense it's about to rain? And so you do your best to find shade or shelter somewhere to avoid being drenched in the rain. And maybe 20, 30 minutes later, you look out to the sky and you suddenly see that the clouds that were forming together have suddenly cleared up. And you have clear skies and it seems like the sun is out again. And so there was no rain. And that sense of disappointment, having taken action to avoid being drenched in the rain, only to find out that there was no rain. In the same vein, there's a sense in which, as believers, we sense when the Lord is about to do something new in our lives, or when He's about to answer a prayer or a request, or something we've been trusting Him for, and we've taken to Him in prayers, and we've even engaged the body of believers, fellow Christians, to pray with us and to trust God to see that that answer comes. And so suddenly you sense in your heart, this season is about to bring that answer. Healing is about to come for my loved one. The job that I've been trusting God for is about to show up, or just that which you've been trusting God for almost seems like the tip of your fingers. And all of a sudden, the season comes and goes, and it seems like nothing happened. The job didn't come, the healing didn't actually come. Those cycles can be frustrating as Christians, and sometimes it requires that we just sit at the feet of the Father and keep trusting Him. But other times, it's the reason why we may not have received that blessing or that season passed by is because we did not sustain the right disposition to receive that blessing. Now, what do I mean by disposition to receive that blessing? You see, when we get excited about seasons of blessings or seasons in which the Lord is about to do something in our lives that we've been trusting Him for, there's a sense in which if we only match or we only respond to that coming season with excitement, we might actually miss out on the blessings that that season should bring. Because we are also meant to have a disposition that would allow us to receive the blessings for that season. So, to contextualize it or to make more sense of what I'm saying, if you've been sensing in your heart that maybe this is a season in which you just sense a greater need or a greater urgency to spend time in prayer, in fasting, maybe to go on a retreat and just seek the face of God without any distractions, or to limit your screen time, whether it's your devices, your phones, your laptops, your any of your 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 gadgets that you would probably watch movies on. And all of a sudden, you're sensing that the Lord is calling you to greater intimacy. But to do that, He wants you to shut out certain things. Now, if you haven't sustained a disposition that allows you to actually follow that instruction, it's possible that the season of blessing that God has actually been planning to release to you can come and go by without it actually bringing the blessings that you're expecting it to bring. So, like the clouds I was talking about, so it's almost like you have a sense in which it's about to rain and you're excited about it. And there's a sense in which the Lord is about to do that which He has promised to do and which I've been praying for. But because you do not sustain the right disposition to receive it, it's like the season comes and goes and it fails to deliver the blessings that you are trusting God for. Sometimes the disposition of our hearts and the way we've set ourselves up seems like we are more excited about the blessing, but we've not done enough to prepare. And so when God is giving us instructions to get us primed and prepared for the seasons of blessings that is about to bring our way, if we fail to yield to these instructions or we fail to adopt the right disposition, it's possible that those seasons could come and go and we end up being excited without really enjoying the effects of the blessing or the season that the blessing should have come with. Now, this is important because in Ecclesiastes 11, verse 3, the A part, it says, if the clouds are full of water, they empty rain upon the earth. There's an expectation that if you see the clouds forming, it should bring rain. And if you do not see rain, then something cleared out that season. And as believers, I would like to encourage us that we must have an understanding that every single time we get an instruction from God or we sense in our hearts that it's time to spend more time in prayer, more time fasting, just to go on a retreat, to give, to do something that may not be part of our everyday worship. It could be a sense in which the Lord is about to shift seasons and bring something new. But He doesn't just want to bring that season. He wants us to have the right disposition so when the season comes, we are able to receive that blessing. May the Lord bless this word in our hearts this week. Amen.